Right. Before we get into that, though, right? Because I feel like the whole Fat Joe versus Cuban Link thing is just like its own saga entirely. You know what I mean? Like
It
it's gonna
is.
be.
But you gotta let me make something clear. Everybody, please listen. Please. This is over 30 years that this happened. But even after all these years, there's still a man that's walking around with a horrible fucking scar across his face that he will always remember where it came from, how it happened. So this is something that this man could never erase from his fucking mind, from his brain, or anything. Because every time he looks himself in the mirror, and I'm sure this man has to look himself in the fucking mirror every single day, he's reminded every day why that shit happened on his face. It happened because he had a fight with a man. You understand what I'm saying? He had a fight with a brother at the time, there was supposed to be brothers. There was some animosity, some hate or whatever that was going on. Great, it's all good. But dude, you don't shed blood on a brother, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you just don't. So this is a man that wakes up every fucking morning, every day of his life and sees this shit on his face, right? He doesn't have a right to be angry. Fuck, I'm gonna let it go. No, he has a right to keep on, being angry about it. That's his right. That's his right. Now, there is things that I feel that, that my brother, needs to move on from. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Absolutely. But I stick with him. I stick with him. I ride with him. With whatever he want to do. You know what I'm saying? Whatever he want to do. To me, this is a fucking great guy. You know what I'm saying? To me, he's not the drunk guy. He's the drunk one. The fuck out of here, bro. It's a fucking dude that loves to have a great time and just live his fucking life. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
Yeah, and I think that people forget that, okay, if somebody basically sliced your face and ruined your career, right? Because he's been blackballing him for 23 years, still happening in Florida when he tries to do something there. It's happened recently when he was out there. So you think about that.
Well, in Miami, it ain't going to happen here in Orlando. Because here in Orlando, this is Six City. This is our city. We ain't letting that shit happen. That's our dude. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. But, I make sure that he's safe every time he's here. I make sure that he's with the family every time you know what I'm saying? That's my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Whatever happened in the past. You know what, bro? I honestly wish that this shit was just fucking be deaded. Would be deaded. If everybody takes the hate out of their heart, just the hate, what else do you have left? There's nothing else to stop, a talk from happening, a sit down from happening. This shit from stopping. It doesn't matter, let's make money together. No, it doesn't even have to be about making money. It has to be about taking the hate out of your heart.
I think.
And just fucking move on.
I think everyone would like for that to happen as far as the fans go, definitely, right? And I've had conversations with Cuban as well where he said if Joe were to admit to his faults, then they could hug it out as brothers and they could move on. It doesn't have to be like they have to do business together, all that stuff. But the problem is, and I had this conversation with King Tone as I interviewed him recently, and he was speaking about it because it's sad to see, a group as powerful as Terror Squad that had representation for the Latino community and everything end up the way they did, right? But he said, as a leader, you should come out and admit to your faults and where you messed up, right? But the problem...
Yeah, but I think I know where the problem is at. You know where the problem is at?
Joe never admits to his faults, though.
It's not only that. It's not that. People can admit to things, but when people are being forced to try to say, let's do it publicly, it's different. It's different. You got to think about this. Why do it publicly? Why? You want to humiliate him. He wants to humiliate you. There's no reason for that. You know what I'm saying? This shit could be done behind closed doors. It could be done behind closed doors. Nobody really got to say nothing or do anything. Let the shit hash out on their own time. You feel what I'm saying? Now, if you don't want to do that, that's you. There's people that have reasons not to want to do it or anything. I understand that. I get it. Don't get it twisted. I get it. But dude, this is fucking 30 something years. You know what I'm saying? Let the man eat. Let him live.
But you don't think that they would have to address it eventually in public because of all the disrespect, all the things that happened in public?
That's their decision behind closed doors. That's their decision. Everybody loves the novela. Don't get it twisted. Everybody loves the novela. Everybody loves drama. Drama is the number one thing in the world. It's drama. But why? You don't have to put the drama publicly either. You don't. Even though everything that's happened, you know what I'm saying? Everybody knows the fucking truth already. If you don't know the truth of what happened or what's going on, then you're a fucking idiot. It's there. All the receipts is there. Everything's there. Everything's done with. Just fucking move on. Just move on. You fix it. You gotta try to do it. And if that's not what you want to do, then fuck it. Then that's not what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna always support my nigga Phil. I'm always gonna support him. If that's something he don't want to do, said and done. Leave it alone. Keep it moving. I'm just voicing myself right now because it's the only time that I can really voice myself publicly.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So let's say this though, okay? If it's the truth, and we know the truth, but you know, if it's the truth, then for Joe, his name hasn't really been, I mean, has his name really been dirtied that much, do you think?
Listen, there's nothing gonna happen to Joe. Career-wise, life-wise, anything. It is a lost fucking energy case. There's no reason.
Cuban's name has been dirtied so much over the
for years,
right?
Many years.
So for him, he wants it to happen publicly because he needs his name finally cleared of that stain on his name.
Well, that's and I agree. I agree with that. But what I'm saying is for it to happen, because it's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen because these are two fucking strong-minded individuals.
Right.
Joe feels one way that he's right. Cuban feels one way that he's right. Now I'm on the side, and I'm gonna be biased right now. I'm on the side of Cuban because I know everything that he's been through. I know I saw it. I physically saw it. I've been there. I've seen every fucking thing he's been through. Everything. The struggle, everything. So I'm biased. I'm, on his end. If that's something that he'd be like, yo, Tom, I'm never going to do that. Then you know what, dude? End of discussion, done. Never talk about it again. But this is the first time that I'm talking about it and publicly.
Okay.
I've never been, talking shit publicly like this.
Put yourself in his position, in Cuban's position. Could you forgive him if all that happened to you? Could you forgive Joe? If Joe, or what would you want from Joe in order to fix that?
A conversation. The reason this, and this is the reason that I'm saying that it'll be to start it. It'll be better to do it behind closed doors, and then you come forward with certain things. Because when you know that you're either live or you're on a show or you're public, shit is not going to go well.
That's true.
It's not going to go well because everybody's going to be right and wrong. I'm right, you're wrong. And that is not going to go well live because everybody knows that it's live. Everybody knows this is recorded and the world is going to see it later. So this is going to be the machismo hour. You feel what I'm saying? It's not going to be the let's fix this hour. It's going to be the fuck you, I'm right, fuck you, you're wrong. That's what it's going to be. Now, does Cuban have a lot of rights to think? Absolutely. And I'm only saying this because I was there and I seen him throughout all of these years, ups and downs and going through stuff. Seen it. Was there. So there's a lot of anger and everything built up. And for Cuban to even say that he even wants the discussion, that's a grown up. That's grown up. As for Joe, it's up to Joe if he wants to do that or not. Joe made it clear that he doesn't want to do anything like that. That he wants a public apology.